Yeah, baby. We outside the box. My name is Big Spanish, DJ Enuff, world famous heavy hitters. And today, I'm going to interview one of our very own.
Yes.
My brother Drewski.
Thanks for
having
having
me. In the building,
me.
brother. White
Thanks
chocolates in the building, baby. He made it.
Yeah, I'm here.
Outside the box. Outside the box. Got an album out?
Yeah, new album, Seat at the Table.
Seat at the table. What does that mean, seat at the table?
I think it's like a humble, respectfully way of just letting people know, listen, there's people that have done it before me, there's people doing it now, but now it's my time.
Like
you know what I'm saying? But not in not in a super aggressive, disrespectful way. It's all respectfully.
You could be a little bit disrespectful. Just a little bit.
A little bit. Yeah. I'm a heavy hitter. I could be disrespectful.
You know, sometimes the nice guys finish last. We gotta step that. We gotta fix that.
And I learned from nice guys like yourself and my mentor, Cypher Sounds, who I looked at and said, yo, these dudes are super nice people. Not even DJs. Let's take the DJ aspect out. Like super nice people. And I just felt like, you know, there's people that may overlook certain people because they're nice. So sometimes you got to be a little aggressive.
When was the actual moment when you said, you know what, I got to put an album out?
I always wanted to, right? You know, and I feel like DJs always want to produce records, but there's like a little fear doing it because you don't know how people are going to look at it. But so I always wanted to do it, and you know, I've done it before. We did it with Cypher with, remember the Troy Ave, and I put that together, and I'm like, I always enjoyed it. And then there was a time where you even started mentioning, yo, we got to do more than just DJ. You was heavy on that, like telling everyone.
Because I was trying to educate everybody that I felt like tomorrow's DJ is no longer the guys who just play records.
Right.
To me, I feel like the guys who produce the records or even executive produce the records or put shows together or put podcasts together or just create different platforms for DJs to send their outlets out. That's all I thought DJs were doing. Like we're doing this right now.
Right. This is more. You got to do more.
This is outside the radio. That's why it's called outside
the box. Yes. So you know, already talking like that and being one of the OGs, me already having the bug to want to do it.
Absolutely.
And already doing it because I came to I got some records that you were from the very beginning was trying to put situations together. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, we already in motion. And then boom, COVID hits. COVID hits for everyone. It's like a pandemic. Everyone's in fear. For me, it was like, I'm using this time to now put this project together.
That's smart.
You know, and then I think, you know, and just all the relationships I had with different artists and being on artists early for the past couple of years really helped me do this project because these were artists I have relationships with. These are artists, I'm fans of their music. You know what I'm saying? I'm really tapped in. So for this album being my first official album, I wanted to work with artists that I was, you know, I built with, not just random people like, oh, I'm Drewski from Hot 97, give me this person, hit a label rep, I need a record. It wasn't like that. It was like really in the studio with them, really having relationships for this one. I felt it was important to do that, and that's what we accomplished.
I'm glad you did it because I think that other way you talked about doing it was the way everybody used to do it, and after a while it gets old.
And I feel like the listeners, the people, the fans, they can feel it when it's not organic. When it's not real. It's like, oh, he just pulled his weight or he used the relationship.
They're very smart.
And we're in a digital era, like, you know, everything is seen, social media. So they love when I'm in the studio with the artists making the records. They love when me and the artists engaging, and I think that's important, especially if you want to produce records, if you want to put out records.
Love that.
To show that side too.
Yo, give me some ideas. Who's on the album, man?
So we kicked it off with A Boogie and Trap Manny. That's how I started it. It's more like a freestyle record. I just felt like it fit. Because when I got all the records, I really A&R'd the project myself. Like, this is going to go here, this is going to go there. So we got A Boogie, Trap Manny, Chef G, Sleepy Hollow, Fabio Foreign, Sosa Geek, Fetty Luciano. I had to do the drill stuff. Ron Suno, Ra Swish, then Coi Leray. She's on super fire right now. She's from Jersey. So I had to get her. And then I put her on a record with Sada Baby. They're both viral TikTok sensations, and I really put the projects together. Cowboy J Critch, I learned that they never worked together before. I wanted to put them together. I even went to like super new artists like Mr. Chicken out of Jersey. He's on the project. Busy Banks, Maceo Guns. Designer, Malibu Mitch. The tones of their voice just was matched, and Designer did the record for me first. I'm like, who could get on this? I want to put a female. Then she came to mind. I put her on it. And there's probably records that I'm forgetting, but it's just, if you listen to it straight through, you'll be like, oh wow, like It's really organized. It's just not a bunch of records that's thrown on a mixtape. It's a real album.
What have you recently learned that maybe you used to do back in the days that you're no longer trying to do? Like, what changed? I don't care if it's COVID or your age or wisdom.
Right. I think one thing, like when you're a young DJ, you want to be cool with everyone and friendly with everyone when it comes to other DJs, right? We all artists, we all family, we brothers. When you get a little older, you realize that's cool, but there's certain people that don't want to be friends with you.
Right.
And if you could just do business and keep it moving,
that's cool.
Then that's just what it is. That's cool too. That's not a bad thing. And I think that's what I learned, because, I always wanted to be friends and friendly and everyone's best friend. And you're like, oh, they don't want to be my best friend. They just want to use me for what I got, my platform, my opportunities. And I learned, like, that's cool if everyone wins.
If old Drewski could tell young Drewski something right now that could possibly change his life or his career, what would that be?
Maybe that, like, don't go into this career, don't go into anything, thinking, you're owed or people are gonna help you or you being nice is gonna get you opportunities. Like, you gotta work hard and you just gotta go and take it, because
no shortcuts.
Yeah, we it's unfortunately the business we're in is so aggressive, so cutthroat, even to today, that you just gotta go and take it. And I think that's something, even a lot of the young DJs, they come up to me and give me some advice, we see, they don't know the struggle we put in and all the work we put in, and it's like, well, what's some advice? And I'm like, just take your time with it. Don't try to rush things. And don't try to be cool with everyone thinking you're gonna get it handed to you. It's that you gotta put in that work, and over time, it'll eventually come.
Has there ever been anything super dangerous about you being a DJ?
Oh, every time I step out, right? Like, and I'm talking on some street, he's been in spots, we all been in spots, right? So people think, oh, it's fun, you DJing, it's a party, there's girls. No, I go to spots even to today, because I'll DJ anywhere. It don't matter. I did a bat mitzvah for some rich Jewish family, and the same night I'm in Queens in the hood. Right. So it's like, you gotta really be cautious of where you're at, certain places. We love to DJ, so it's like, put us anywhere, we're gonna do it. Not realizing, certain places might not be the safest place,
Right.
And on top of it, people know me outside in the streets, and I deal with a lot of personalities. So you get artists that feel like they're the hottest artists in the city, and that DJ Enuff and Voila and Drewski should be playing them. And if you're not playing them, now they got a problem. And it's like, now I'm a psychologist, because I got to sit there and break it down to them how things work before they get out of control. So, our job, even though it looks fun, it could definitely be dangerous when the people you're dealing with.
Oh, yeah, I know. I'm thinking, right? I'm flashing back.
I know. I hear the stories. I heard the stories. So for me, it's not like, oh, this is new, I'm scared. It's like, no, Enuff been through it, and this person been through it. So I know it comes with the territory. So I'm gonna enjoy all the opportunities I get while I have them, because I already know what people like you had to go through, and it probably drove you crazy. I'm not gonna let it drive me crazy. I'm gonna nip it in the butt right away. I'm not scared to like approach someone and try to explain to them. Not everyone's gonna understand, but I'm gonna try to break it down just out of respect. But we go through that a lot, and people don't realize that. This is not EDM music. It's not R&B music, we in hip hop, and it's still real. There's still struggling artists.
Absolutely. There's still struggling artists.
There's always gonna be. It's always gonna be, and
When did Drewski say to himself, you know what? I think I'm kind of hot out here.
I still don't even feel like that.
No.
Is
that the humble Drewski talking?
Maybe it's the broke Drewski talking, but
nah.
Man. I don't know. I just don't. I don't know. I don't feel like that. People, there's people already. These artists, they always picking you up. So I'm like, I'm not gonna let this get to my head, because I know how that works.
Yeah.
They'll gas you up, and you're really not that hot. But I just continue working because I enjoy it. Whether it's DJing, whether it's putting out records, whether it's doing reality TV, because I know he was gonna get to that next. So it was like, what I'm saying? It's just fun working.
Absolutely. How'd you finagle kind of like dealing with the reality television? Like literally from loving hip hop to you buying a house.
Right.
That to me, you buying a house was the craziest thing. I've never seen that. I'm in the crib like, babe, Drewski's on TV trying to buy a house.
He's like, what?
That's
not enough in his account.
That's crazy.
No, so the Love and Hip Hop, they came to me like, would you be interested? I'm like, yeah, I'll take any opportunity to build my brand and build my career. And I knew how big the show was. Right. Like how as DJs we could break artists. That show was breaking personalities, and absolutely. I think, like I already knew that. So I just said, if I could do this without looking crazy, without looking goofy, I'm gonna go for it. And that's how that happened. And I feel like I made it out not looking goofy, so it worked out, right? And then
just in time.
Yeah, so you do that. We enjoyed it. There's opportunities that come with that. It was fun. And the house hunters and all the extra, these are things like I wanted to do just because I'm like, I want to document buying my first home. You know what I'm saying? In 10 years, we could go back and laugh and have fun. I could show my kids and I don't have to pay for the production of it. Yeah, let's do it. Let's put it on TV. But like you said, like I was in like certain stores. I'll be in a Walgreens and people are like, oh, I seen you on TV. Yeah. So I'm thinking Love and Hip Hop right away. I'm like, oh, you watch Love and Hip Hop? Because they don't look like a Love and Hip Hop fan. They're like, no, I seen you on the House Hunters. Welcome to the city. I'm like, oh, damn.
A whole different time.
Whole different audience. So it worked. It still was cool to do. And, you know, it's outside the box type of thinking. You know, you're not expected to see.
Definitely outside the box.
DJ Drewski.
Can you tell me, you know, a lot of people ask us about being heavy hitters.
Right.
And sometimes they don't understand what it means. Can you maybe break it down to people who are watching? Like, what is it to be a heavy hitter and the difference between maybe our family and organization compared to other DJ crews or whatever?
Yeah, so I don't...
Without sounding crazy.
Right. No, I'm saying I can't even talk about other DJ crews because I never really been a part of any... You know what I'm saying? I don't know how other crews operate. I just know, you know, the heavy hitters, it's like 50-50. It's 50% like industry work stuff, but then the other half, you really feel like you're a part of a big extended family. You know, there's things that, I'm not gonna say what, but things I tell you before my own mother knew. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about real personal things.
True.
It's true.
I know some things.
Because it just feels like
sorry, Mom.
Comfortable, right? So it's a real big family aspect when it comes to the heavy hitters, whether it's support or just motivation or just, you know, just keeping each other on our toes.
Gotcha.
I think that's important, you know, and the family part is, I think, what everyone a part of the crew enjoys. You know, not too many crews could just book, you know, we look at it like a vacation, right? The retreats, and everyone is just enjoying themselves, having a good time. Even the work part, right, still is fun.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's important when you're part of anything, is that you enjoy being a part of it.
Absolutely. And
it's just the family aspect for me personally, I'm speaking for myself, is what I think was the most important part of the whole heavy hitter structure.
I'm glad you're a part of the family, bro, and I'm glad you're here. Having me. And I'm glad I got to interview you on our side of the box.
Even though it took a while for me to be a part of the heavy hitter family,
for a minute,
there was people, you know, low key stopping the process, but you know, you always have it in the back of your mind, like, I know this is gonna happen. It's just sooner or later.
Got you.
You know, and then we're here now.
All right, so we'll have to get you to come back with some of your artists from your album so we can perform.
Let's get it.
Because we can't make you perform right now.
No, I'm not a good performer.
Yeah, I don't think that would work for us, right?
And I don't, Chef got a deep voice and sleepy.
Yeah, it's a lot going on. Well, thank you for coming, bro.
Anytime, I love you.
Drewski, my brother. We're going to make out real quick.
If your wife wasn't here. Right?